Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly reading for June 6th to June 12th. I want to quickly thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. Now let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. And hello to you, Aries. Thank you so much for checking in. Hope this week has been good. This past week has been good for you, and I hope that the Spirit says that this week is going to be equally good, or at least what you are looking for and what you are hoping for. So let's start with Judgment. And then we have Death. We have the Seven of Cups. The Fool. Already a very so strong. Oh wow, the Hermit, the King of Wands, Knight of Cups, excuse me, and the Queen of Wands. So very interesting that we are so much coming from Spirit, these power cards. So let's go ahead and start with Judgment. So Judgment, even though it speaks to, I would almost feel like overall judgment, it's basically saying evaluation. We see that you pay close attention to the gravestones there, but yet the renewal of the flowers, and then the time. You have the time there with the sands of time, and knowing that at any moment your time could come. So that sense of renewal that comes, because of course she has the sun at her back, and that we do see that the flowers are growing in spite of the gravestones. So just a sense of self-assessment, a time of self-assessment. So this week, Aries, you're going to be more in tune, more looking at the sensitive side of you, which is not normally what you're doing, but that sensitive side of you and looking kind of inward. And then we have Death. And with Death, that speaks very strongly to transformation for the better. But again, renewal, just like Judgment kind of represents renewal of self, renewal of a situation. Death is speaking to that as well. Also, Death is very strongly affiliated with Scorpio. So when you're doing that self-assessment, it might not be a bad idea to reach out to your Scorpios, maybe have them help you a little bit, challenge you as to what your assessment's going to come to, what really will happen for you. We also have the Fool. Now, the Fool represents just being open-minded, enthusiastic, and ready to start something new, that leap of faith type of thing. You are a free spirit and you are ready to move forward, even though it might be a risk to you. But you see that the Fool has the sun at his shoulder, just like Judgment has the sun at her back. So it's saying that everything is going to work out well. It's going to have a happy ending. And even though the Fool, it looks as though he's taking a step into the unknown, a step that could be dangerous, Death is saying you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to challenge yourself, do things that might seem like they're a risk in order to get something from that self-assessment, from how you're starting out. Something needs to change. You need the strength and the wonder, the sense of wonder that's going to make you want to change. And then Death is saying that it's going to be for the better. You need to allow that ending for that beginning to be able to happen. So just give in and pay attention to what you feel needs to change for the better, and don't be afraid of the risk. It has to happen. But we also have the Hermit. And the Hermit, you see that he's kind of leading his own path, going his own way. So this is probably what's going to be required from you this week, Aries. In order for you to have all of these things happen for you, you will have to be strong enough and brave enough to walk your own path, to say, okay, thank you for the help, Scorpio. Thank you for the help, friends of mine and people I trust, for giving me the information, helping me, digest what I've, found in my self-assessment, and I am strong enough and brave enough to try this. And the Hermit is just more of the same. You are going, and it's a path you're probably going to have to walk alone. I think that's also why the Hermit is there, because this is something that, even though you're going to have some assistance, when you really make those changes, when something really comes to you from that self-assessment, it is going to be self. It is going to be you and you alone that is moving forward with this. So just be strong, be strong. But now you have these wands, you have your action, you have the King and the Queen, very high in their suit. And so the King of Swords, the King of Wands, hello. But the King of Wands is actually speaking to leadership and compassion. So saying that you have that strength, you have that natural leadership in you for yourself. You're inspiring yourself. You're being strong enough to do this for yourself. So in this case, that strength, that leadership, that strong compassion, all of those things are coming together for you. You need it for yourself this week, Aries. And that's a good thing. The King is stabilizing you where you have that impulsive nature. And this week you can't stray off. You can't get your attentions divided. You need to be very honed in, focusing on what you need to change, what you want to change for the better. These are things that need to happen. Death is telling you this needs to happen. The Hermit is saying you're going to walk that path alone. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is speaking to a sense of accomplishment, but being able to seek the advice of someone who is going to give you good, solid advice, someone who's loyal to you and cares for you and wants things to happen for you in a good way. So perhaps the Queen of Wands and Death are talking to the same person about the same person who's going to help you when you are finally on your own and you have to face this by yourself. But then we also have the Knight of Cups, and with the Knight of Cups, that is talking about just a strong sense of emotion, just very intense emotions. So I would think with all of these things going on, that you would feel that, you would have that very intense emotion going on. In this case, I'm feeling like it would be good because you are doing these changes, but could also be an intense emotion, just a little off kilter because you're doing something that's not commonplace. You're walking this path alone after you've decided to make all these really big changes within yourself. So the Knight of Cups is just saying, embrace that strong emotion, whether it be a little negative or positive. You have to accept it because these things are going to happen. They're just going to roll right on without you. So embrace it. And then with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is talking to being able to integrate your heart, intuition, and mind for your best choices. So all of this is saying that the changes that you feel are necessary, these things that you're going to gain from your self-assessment or looking to other people to say, hey, is this something I should change? Have you noticed this about me? Yes, it's going to be hard, but it is necessary, and it is going to end in your best interest, and you are going to be in tune with your own intuition, your own heart, your own mind, to help to take all of this information that you're given and see what it does for you. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Aries. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.